What is going on, Cover One crew? Welcome back to the show. Hope everybody is doing awesome. I'm always good, and we're continuing with this path of what risk, but this time on running backs. Which running backs do we covet on this value trend? Do they have anything left in the on their tires, tread on the tires? Because I mean, it is very important to find the value in these these running backs, I should say. And there's two good ones I got on my board. There is interesting value. Could this be bust potential? Absolutely. But I mean, at the point of where they are ranked right now, I don't think there's a miss in these two gentlemen right now. Let's talk Austin Ekeler first on the board. And okay, Austin Ekeler saw better days. This past season was not his best, but he is definitely coming off two fantastic seasons where you got to believe that's where the regression came from. Ekeler was an absolute dynamo, man. 319 points back in 2022 and then 308 in 2021, and he finishes it off last year with 159 points. Ranked him as the 28th running back with those Los Angeles Chargers, but they dealt with a lot of issues. There is no question about that. Finished as that running back 28. Not good. 42% on the boom rate last year. Like I said, 2022, he was absolutely stellar, man. 81% on the boom rate. So he was booming like a madman in 2022 and 2021. Will he ever get back to that place where he was a top running back in the fantasy football leagues? No, probably not. Especially moving over to these Washington Commanders, the Commies. It is going to be interesting for an Austin Ekeler. Okay, who do you got to deal with in Washington when it comes to Austin Ekeler? Brian Robinson, man. That's the biggest one, and I'm a huge B-Rob guy. Chris Rodriguez, I'm not too concerned about, and then Michael Wiley, the rookie, potentially could carve himself out, a similar Austin Ekeler type of role with the Commies, but I mean, this offense is going to be very different. They brought in an Austin Ekeler to give some support relief to rookie passer Jaden Daniels, and it's going to be very interesting. They moved on from Sam Howell, who did play very well. Quarterbacks in that room last year, Jaden Daniels, Jacoby Brissett, they threw for over 4,000 yards, 4,174 yards, 24 TDs to 21 interceptions. Most of those interceptions and turnovers did come from Sam Howell. They seen enough and moved Sam to the Seattle Seahawks. Now you draft yourself number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels. He is electric. He is a playmaker. He can run. He can throw. His release is likely the best in this class. Like I said, go check out his scouting report for Jaden Daniels. I got it down here on the video list. But we're talking Austin Ekeler. What could he potentially do? 14 games last year. He didn't even crack 700 rushing yards, only 5 TDs, 3.5 on the average. This is what's scaring people off today. They're thinking that he's lost a step. He is not the same guy. Yes, he is an aging product as well, and this is basically the same MO for a lot of these guys, but 74 targets last year, 51 receptions, still showcase the fact that he can be relied upon in that PPR upside when we are talking about fantasy football, man. 1 TD only in the receiving game, almost 500 yards. So he was over 1,000 total yards last year. Just did not boom near enough for us. Under 50% threshold in boom rate is never good for your running backs. You are wanting a lot more out of that as well. But you do got the upside to suggest, okay, Terry McLaurin, you got Jahan Dotson. They drafted Luke McCaffrey to hopefully be the PPR slot guy in this offense as well. So will that take some bread out of the mouth of an Austin Ekeler? Perhaps it could. Will Austin Ekeler be utilized in the run game, or will it be a tandem approach with a B-Rob and an Austin Ekeler? B-Rob did go down with an injury last year, so there is potential if somebody does fall. We could see an Austin Ekeler start to get back his carries in the running game as well. So there is high-end potential for Austin Ekeler to at least rejuvenate his career to some levels in this offense. Maybe he does get about 700 rush yards. Maybe he does get about 700 receiving yards. There is potential here. I mean, safety blankets for any rookie quarterback is always the upside. That's why we're talking, what's the risk for an Austin Ekeler at this point? There isn't much whatsoever. If you look where he's ranked, 32 is a Devin Singletary, 33, Tajay Spears. I mean, okay, what's that backfield going to look like in Tennessee at this point? Eckler's at 34. You got Gus the Bus at 35. Zeke Elliott at 36 because he went back to the Cowboys. And then 37, Chase Brown. I think that Ekeler is being massively underrated at this point. Do we know how this offense is going to go? Is it going to work with this rookie quarterback? We will see. There's a lot of unknowns, a lot of question marks in this offense. There is no question in my mind. Am I banking him to be one of the top running backs in this league this year? No. But you're talking about value, fill-in players, potential flex appeal upside week in, week out without even having to think about it. Austin Ekeler definitely is here, especially on the value trend. Running back 34, overall 96. You are getting an absolute steal at the running back spot with decent potential to return return on investment. My projection for an Eckler right now, 185 points, 55.8 on the projected boom rate this year. It's not on the top end, and he could absolutely overexceed in all of these statistical categories. There is no question in my mind. Could we see 700 rushing yards? Absolutely. Could we see 700 receiving yards? Absolutely we could. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting. And if we're talking, okay, Devin Singletary, really, we're going to bank on him being the guy that's going to go above an Austin Eckler. I get everybody's talking volume upside, completely understand. Tajay Spears, he is a very much a shot out of the cannon, electric type of playmaking running back that we can like and trust. Tony Pollard, they got some other running backs in Tennessee that's going to, cloud the judgment there as well. So, I mean, I am very favorable on what Austin Eckler could bring. He's wanting to showcase the fact that he should have took that contract when he in Los Angeles when he should have, and he did not. So now I think this is kind of the make or break season. Can he put up one more big year to get another contract? We will see. I do like Austin Eckler where the value is out because it is very low risk to potential decent high-end returns for Austin Eckler. Next one we got is Aaron Jones going to Minnesota. He's going to take it, stick it to his former club with the Green Bay Packers. Can't fault him for it, man. You didn't want to pay him. You didn't want to do it. He's going to show out. And why is this important? They got a lot of playmakers on this Minnesota Vikings team. Yes, similar, why the ranks are dropping for a lot of these guys. Rookie quarterbacks. And we see this and we understand this. You got to understand not every quarterback is going to be a CJ Stroud in year one. Is J.J. McCarthy going to be that guy? It's highly unlikely. He is kind of that. He's a winner. We'll say that about J.J. McCarthy, but, I mean, he is a rookie quarterback that will probably play more that, game manager role and lean on the ground game a little bit. That's why I love me some Aaron Jones this year. Ty Chandler, we got Myles Gaskin, we got Dwayne McBride. There's not a lot of mouths to feed. So I'm talking Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler being your 1-2 punch in this backfield does not scare me whatsoever. And a healthy Aaron Jones, as he looked down the stretch last year with the Green Bay Packers, was absolutely electric. 11 games last year, 656 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, did add in the pass game, 30 receptions, 233, and 1 touchdown. So, I mean, the boom rate was bad. We're not going to say that it was good. 45% last year, where they're 52% the year prior to that. But when we go back all the way to 2021, Aaron Jones, he was a little bit better. I mean, or 2021, 66%. So, I mean, there is potential where an Aaron Jones could still be leaned upon in this offense. Injuries have been a big problem for this man as his career has continued to move forward. He finished as the running back 37, but again, only in 11 games played, and he was not healthy for a majority of the season. The last 5 games is where we got to look and say he looked absolutely phenomenal, healthy. He even said this was the healthiest he's felt in many years. Now he's going to Minnesota, playing with guys like JJ, Jordan Addison, Powell, and hopefully that, they're going to lean upon the run game to at least help out the rookie passing upside for a JJ McCarthy. Last year's quarterback stats with Kirk Cousins, with the rotating door of quarterbacks in Minnesota, 4,700 yards, 30 TDs, 19 interceptions. Where is JJ going to fit into that? There's no way he's getting close to 4,500 yards this year. You got to say, okay, 3,200 yards, absolutely. With guys like JJ and Addison, he can open up the run game for this offense with an Aaron Jones, 30 touchdowns. I am not saying that's going to happen for JJ McCarthy whatsoever. But we could see an uplifting for PPR upside for Aaron Jones, and we could see a lot of rushing upside for him and Ty Chandler this season. Where does he rank? He's a little bit higher than somebody like an Austin Eckler, and you can't fault it because they see the writing on the wall that the rushing upside could be here for an Aaron Jones. Kenneth Walker III is at 16, Alvin Kamara 17, Aaron Jones 18, David Montgomery 19, number 20, Ramondre, and then number 21, we got Zamir Zeus White. So this is a little bit more where you're clouding. Where's the risk here? Is Aaron Jones the more risky running back out of all these guys? We know Alvin Kamara is going to come back and get his footballs, get his PPR upside. Kenneth Walker still the 1,000-yard runner that we can trust, barring any injuries. He has found his way into the medical room, which is an issue. David Montgomery at 19, I think I could have made the case that this is what risk for David Montgomery. Absolutely, this is great value for Monty because, they're going to try to go more Gibbs this year, but this guy is an absolute gem, dynamo in the red zone, getting you TDs, getting you the change of pace rushing upside. David Montgomery is absolutely no risk at running back 19. Ramondre and Zeus a little bit more risky, but you're talking Aaron Jones At this point, running back 18, overall 58. I'm projecting him to be just under the 200-point threshold, 195.1 with a projected boom rate of 65.2, which is going to put him in a decent spot, man. You got him in top 10 running back potential here, picking him at number 18. Sign me up for that all day long. I will take that every single day to the bank because I do believe, that there is good upside for Aaron Jones in this offense, barring any health, okay? I'm removing all the injury potential on this, evaluation because we don't know. These guys will go down. Everybody goes down at some point. But Aaron Jones, I'm banking on the fact that he wants to take it to his former club. He wants to help this build in Minnesota with the new rookie quarterback. And I do believe picking him here at running back 18 is very good value. Do you want him to be your running back 2? There is good high volume upside as well. So I don't hate it as my running back 2, but you're likely getting him as your running back 3, which could be flex appeal and bye week spell-ins. I love it all day long because he could give you very good contests, very good quality contests. And again, PPR upside from a rookie quarterback, doing the checkdowns, finding the safety blankets. Somebody like a J.J. McCarthy who is very comfortable in finding his running backs back in Michigan. I think Aaron Jones is going to be slotted in very early and often, and he's going to do very well with these Minnesota Vikings. But there you have it. That is one risk on these running backs. There's too much value to be had to ignore. And I got Aaron Jones and Austin Eckler still on my board because I think there is good value here for where we can draft them for the return on investment. There is no question. But nevertheless, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give me your thoughts. What do y'all think? You in on Eckler? You out on Eckler? Aaron Jones, you guys in or out? Throw it in the comments. We can definitely talk it out. But we'll see you next time. I am out.